It is 6:40. We're having a lot of fun in the studio today. The Baja men are here. They're getting ready to make their way back to Owensboro. Jake and Joe will be talking with them. Coming up later on the CW7, our sister station. Dyson help with the forecast, but I think he's going to be singing for the rest of his career. We're very excited. We've had a big morning. We're going to check back in now with Jake Boswell. He is standing by live in Owensboro. He's got some more interviews for us, breaking down what's to come today and throughout the summer as well.
Yeah, good morning once again. Gretchen here from downtown Owensboro. We've got an interview guest with us. We've got Joe down here checking the forecast. We're here out in front of the convention center where you can see the stage is already being set up for those guys, the Baja men, to perform tonight. Hopefully in front of a packed crowd. Plenty of people down here Friday after 5. And let's talk about, by the way, the schedule of what you're expected to see if you make your way down here. Plenty of local acts. One of the cool things about Friday after 5 this year is the Mile of Music. All of the different artists that are going to be down here, many of them locally. The Gaslight Boys will kick things off at 5 o'clock at the Atmos Courtyard. That's over at the River Park Center. We also have Haley Payne, Van Winkle, and the Spirits, the Underdogs, Aaron Goodvin. Those are all the local acts that you'll see kind of sprinkled throughout downtown Owensboro tonight if you make your way down here. But then the big stage behind us is reserved for the Baja men. They'll be joining just about everybody here around 8:30, and they'll come out and man, we know it's going to be a party. They have so much energy, as you've seen in studio already, so much excitement. But also after the Baja men, the party doesn't stop. DJ Shay, who always brings a big crowd down here to Owensboro, she's taking the stage too. So it's really cool to have a local act following them up as well too. And Joe, we've been talking about the weather all week, hoping it's going to be good weather. And thankfully, it is really good weather on the day of the event. So people like Fran, our friend who runs Friday after 5, have to be smiling so much right now, huh?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I tell you what. I mean, it's a great weather for this event. I mean, kicking off, and we didn't have it last year, kicking it off this year here on this Friday evening. And I tell you what, we got the blue skies above us right now, a few of those high cirrus clouds. And that's been the case as we go throughout the day. And later on tonight, too, maybe a partly cloudy sky at times, but really the sky is going to be just fine. If the cloud does pass over, I'm not expecting any rain from it. I mean, take a look right now at live first warning Doppler radar. Got it centered right over Davis County, and there is nothing to talk about. Of course, hardly a cloud to speak of outside right now. So, and I do expect the Doppler to stay clear as we go throughout the rest of this evening. But they're going to have the food trucks down here. We're going to be in one of those here relatively soon. But if you're going to be dining here at Friday after 5, of course, tonight's special is the Baja men on my menu. Ask for your dinner. I tell you what, temperature about 84 degrees at 6 o'clock. And then you're probably going to need a late night snack, maybe around 10 o'clock. We should have a temperature around 70 degrees at that time, Jake.
Yeah, Joe, we knew you would incorporate food however you could. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sharing the microphone, by the way, too. Well, let's share the microphone with our friend Dave Kirk here at Visit Owensboro. Dave, thanks for waking up early with us. We know you've got a young one at home, so waking up is probably something you're used to pretty early, just like me, right?
Do you ever go to sleep?
Yeah. Wake up, go to bed, wake up, go to over and over. And so you know what it's like, by the way, how important this event is to families. How important is opening Owensboro back up, the downtown riverfront, to families who live here?
Well, it's huge, Jake. I mean, you think about 2020. It is by far, for tourism, the worst year we have on record. Fast forward to 2021, and we are off to a fantastic start. And with Friday after 5, we're wrapping up our mocktail cocktail day. Of course, that wraps up today. You've got Friday after 5. You've got the Baja men. What more could you ask for on a Friday here in Owensboro?
And you talk about how 2020 was tough. And looking at the data, I think you said last April was one of the lowest occupancies we've seen of the hotels around Owensboro, which we know is a huge part of the city, is making sure these hotels are full. But the good news is this year things are looking up, right?
Yeah, we've already had a record April. We went from the lowest occupancy for hotels on record in 2020 to the highest in 2021. A big part of that is sports tournaments. Events are coming back. You've got the Bluegrass Hall, of course, behind us as well. They've got their concerts revving up Friday after 5. It's just event after event, and we couldn't be more thankful and excited to get things going.
And your all's efforts here at Visit Owensboro are really to highlight the city of Owensboro, make sure people who live here and who don't live here know all the things there are to do. For people who are watching in Evansville and around the tri-state, I mean, what would you say are things that maybe are that people wouldn't think about Owensboro that you know are gems that they need to try to come spend some time down here this summer at?
Well, the first off, the Smothers Park right here in downtown Owensboro. I mean, what a great place to bring your families. We've had 2 local craft breweries that have opened during the pandemic. We've got wine bars, we've got restaurants, we've got pubs. All of this kind of opened during the pandemic, and people now can get out and enjoy them. And the downtown is just spectacular here.
And when you talk to businesses over the last year, so we know you've tried to help them as much as possible. Burger Week was a huge success. Dave and his team were behind a lot of that. What have they told you? What's it been like to get through this? Are they feeling positive, like they're near the end of this dark tunnel in the last year?
Absolutely. I mean, people are coming back in the doors, and in fact, they're getting so busy that they need to hire more people, which is wonderful to fill some of those tourism jobs. Tourism is a huge part of our economy here in Owensboro, and it's about quality of life for the people that live here, and then bringing people in from outside the community so they can enjoy our city as well.
Yeah, it's fantastic, Dave. Thanks for being here with us this morning. We know you're just as excited as we are to have everything back, and especially the stage behind us, a site that we missed last year, unfortunately. So thanks for being here with us.
Yeah, it just feels right, and it feels like we're being back to Owensboro.
That's right. Well, we'll send it back out here with us on the CW7. We've got more food, more guests like Dave joining us here. Now reporting live in downtown Owensboro, Jake Boswell, Eyewitness News. We're back after this break.